Hey y'all, welcome back to the Quimby Chronicles. This is your space for real conversations about motherhood, womanhood, and carrying a lot without losing yourself. I'm Tracy, a mom to adult kids, a school-aged kid. I'm a Gigi, a sister, a caregiver, a breadwinner, and a woman who's still learning how to choose herself without guilt. If you're listening while folding laundry, sitting in the car, or hiding in the bathroom for 5 minutes of peace, you're in the right place. Let's talk. Hey, y'all. So, I wasn't sure how to start this episode, so I'm just going to tell you the truth. I've been gone for a while, and I didn't plan it that way. Life got overwhelming. And if you know me or if you're anything like me, you know that when things get heavy, my instinct isn't to explain, it's not to reach out. My instinct is to retreat. And I isolate until I can breathe again. So let's talk about it. But first, I gotta pour my tea. So I just want to say this out loud because it matters to me. I didn't intentionally walk away from this space that I created. I didn't intentionally walk away from you who have been there to support me. But yes, I did go quiet. I did. And, I know that silence can land very differently on the other side of my feelings. So I acknowledge that. And, like I always say, life was lifing. So if you noticed that I was gone, thank you for noticing. And if you didn't, that's okay too. This isn't about guilt. It's about honesty. It's about me being honest about what happened, why I disappeared, and just to let you know that I'm back. So, why I disappeared? Um, this last season of my life, it asked more of me than I had to give publicly. I was dealing with some things in life and I was being everything to everybody else around me in my real life. And I just didn't have the emotional capacity to show up here and be the authentic person that I wanted to be. So I wasn't able to show up here in a way that felt real to me. And I don't want to get on here and pretend like everything is okay. I don't want to pretend like my life is just roses and rainbows because it's not. So throughout this season, I've definitely learned some things about myself. I've realized that when I try to push through overwhelm instead of respecting the overwhelm, I don't show up better. I show up fractured. I show up tired. I show up overwhelmed. I show up exhausted. And I don't want to show up that way. I do want to show up authentically, but I don't want to show up fractured. So this pause was not abandonment. It was just me tending to myself the only way I knew how at the time. And I know some of you listening understand that deeply because you've gone quiet too with friends, you've gone quiet with family, you've gone quiet with parts of yourself. So I'm here today because I feel steadier, not because everything is perfect, because it's not, okay? But because I've stopped wanting to feel caught up before reconnecting, because we all know, do you ever really get caught up? So this year, I don't want to disappear when things get heavy. What I want this year is for this space to be honest about the heaviness that comes with real life, that comes with being a mom, that comes with being a human being. The Quimby Chronicles this year is going to sound a little softer. It's going to be a little slower. There's going to be less fixing and more truth. What we're going to do this year is we're going to talk about motherhood across the different seasons because you have the adult kids, you have the little kids, you have the caregiving, we have dating. We're going to talk about that one. And being the strong one who still gets tired and being okay with that. What the Quimby Chronicles won't be this year, it won't be a place where I pretend that I have it all figured out because I don't, clearly. I don't think any of us do, but I want to make sure that this will be a place where we can sit with it together. We can sit with that heaviness. We can sit with the overwhelm and just work through it. So if you're still here, thank you. And if you're just finding your way back too, you're welcome here. You're always welcome here. You don't owe consistency to anyone when you're trying to survive, but you are allowed to return without explaining yourself. So this is me reopening the door. No pressure, no promises of perfection, just presence. So I'll be back next week. Same space, more honesty. Happy New Year, y'all. What I want to invite you to do is to take a breath before you go. If you've been quiet too, you're not broken. You're human.
Before you go, take a breath with me. You're doing more than enough, even on the days it doesn't feel like it. If this episode felt like a mirror, share it with someone who might need it too. I'll be right here next week, same space, same grace.